All right. Welcome to another episode of Fan Faces. I am Amadou the Great. We're coming at you, and again, we're going to give you an awesome show, best show yet. Best. Thank you for everybody that's been listening, supporting, sharing the videos. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's get up on the Fan Faces ways because we're authentic. We don't have a big organization. This is self-produced. With a low budget self-produced podcast.
Low budget.
Get on board, man, and support us and share with your friends, tell a friend, tell a
So we can become real rich and corporate and then push all these others.
No, we'll have to go over this podcast or everything that has to do. So say no less. Nobody will take over us. We'll do what we have to do, but we'll maintain the control because that's what's necessary for creative power and moving forward and creating better material. So Andrew,
Yes.
what's been on your mind?
Well, right now what's on my mind is Inter Miami winning last night in the League's Cup. They won in penalty kicks, 10-9. Messi scored that first goal. Then Nashville got the equalizer late in the second half. And then Miami won it. And then of course I see you walking up to the place today wearing a surprisingly Inter Miami shirt, or jersey I should say. You have never looked so good in your entire life. It's one of the best looking shirts I've ever seen you put on. And of course I had to go in my closet and celebrate and wear this today. So thank you very much for supporting the 305, the South Florida. But no, that was. I think this goes to show how awesome Messi is, right? So Miami is literally the worst team in all of MLS soccer. They are the worst. He comes on the team, and they had a spot. They had already qualified for the Leagues Cup, I think, last year. Because right now, like I said, they're so bad this year. He comes on the team, and they haven't lost since. And he has scored a goal in every match they've had since he's arrived.
He's basically making the way to be the leadingest scorer in Inter Miami's football.
I think he already is. He already is.
Which is crazy.
Well, I mean, they've been around, 2020 was the first year. So this is their third year. Fourth year.
No, it's still crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Because there's been people who've been on Team Decent, but they haven't put up the numbers that or the prowess that he puts up. But speaking about Messi coming to America, you got the Saudi Arabia team going hard after Neymar. They're offering him probably almost $100 million a year to go play in Saudi Arabia, and supposedly he's asking for all these. By the way, for those that don't know, Neymar is one of the Brazil's biggest names as far as football goes, soccer goes in this generation. He's up there. Him, Messi, and Kylian Mbappe last year all played together for PSG. And Kylian Mbappe is playing for PSG right now. Neymar is looking to go to Saudi Arabia, and Messi came to America. Everybody's winning all around, so that's crazy. The soccer world is on fire right now. All these big names, Saudi's buying up every single big athlete that soccer has to give. Saudi bought up Karim Benzema, former Ballon d'Or winner. Saudi is trying to get Neymar. Saudi has Cristiano Ronaldo, and Saudi has Sadio Mane. Bought him from Bayern Munchen, a German team. And Saudi's just trying to take over the sport of soccer, and wow, you got to have money. Money talks when it comes to football, soccer generally. So that's pretty awesome. But let's keep the line of soccer going, right? We got the Women's World Cup. America got knocked out.
Yes.
Just like the men got knocked out.
Yes.
The men usually get knocked out in the round of 16. The men usually get themselves knocked out in the round of 16, and the women this year got themselves knocked out in the round of 16. And what it's looking like, the way it's playing out to be, it's the traditional men's soccer powers that are prevailing over the American powers, which is crazy because in this year's final, you had in the World Cup, in the
Spain and
Women's World Cup,
England.
you have Spain and England, which is a traditional soccer power in men's football, right? You have Spain, England, Switzerland, and Morocco. You got all these teams that are traditionally on the men's side powerful. They're all making it on the women's side powerful in 2023. They're all like top great teams in 2023 for the women's side in the world, which is crazy because my whole theory all along was America's got this hands down, and there was nobody that was gonna compete for it. But it turns out that's not the case. The European football soccer powers, women, and the women's side, they're coming up and they're doing great things, which is great. But also there was a controversy, right? Before there was controversy in women's soccer. Lauren James stepped over a Nigerian soccer player in the group of 16. So they had to suspend her. They suspended her for 2 games.
For stepping over her.
No, not stepping on her.
Stepped on her.
Yeah, she stepped on her.
Oh.
So they suspended her. She's supposed to be the next Messi, female-wise.
Okay.
She's like England's best soccer player as far as females go.
Oh, so she got suspended for the final.
She got suspended. No, she didn't get suspended for the final. She got suspended. I believe this happened in the round of 16. So she got suspended in the round of 16.
Yeah.
And then in the round of 8.
Right.
And then when they got to the round of 4, well, she got kicked out in the round of 16 because that's a game she stepped on the woman. And then in the round of 8 and the round of 4, she was suspended for those 2 games. And then in the final championship game, she got to play, but she didn't start. But it didn't matter because they didn't win. But the thing I gotta say that pisses me off is that because we're in America and America was no longer in it, the games are at 6 a.m., 4 a.m.
Yep.
I'm not getting up to go watch these games.
I know the final was at 6 a.m. this morning.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know who won?
Yes. Spain won.
Yes.
And I'm like, golly, did you watch it? Did you get
Hell no, I didn't watch. I was sleeping.
So that's just like, wow. There's a lot going on in the world of soccer, a whole lot. The Women's World Cup is done. But the traditional powers on the men's side are becoming the traditional powers on the women's side. It may be something in the water and the way they play soccer in Europe and Latin America, whereas America is brute force, it's physicality. These Europeans and Latin American teams are playing with more finesse. They make it look more fun, it's like dancing on the field. So congratulations to Spain, England, boo-hoo-hoo. You don't deserve to win. Lauren James for stepping over my Nigerian sister. You deserve that, even though I don't know her, but you deserve the L. Losers. Take it home. Go sip tea and crumpet, man. We're good. But on to the next topic at hand, the NFL. It's preseason games. There's a lot of games playing, a lot of quarterbacks being evaluated, lots of players in general being evaluated. And this thing is just going crazy. You got Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love being evaluated. You got, what's it called? San Francisco 49ers quarterback that they drafted.
Brock Purdy?
No, not Brock Purdy.
Trey Lance?
Trey Lance.
Yes.
He's stinking up the joint. And they're like, this is just not working.
They gave up a lot for him, too.
They did. Miami won that trade. Miami benefited from that trade a whole lot. And Trey Lance is just stinking it up. He's supposed to be the next coming of Cam Newton, and he's just stinking it up.
They really thought that?
Yeah, they thought he was athletic, really athletic.
How tall is he?
Probably like 6'4", 6'5", around there. He's a big boy.
Is he really? Trey Lance?
Trey Lance is a big boy.
How about that? Okay.
I believe. Don't quote me.
No, I'm going to have to find out.
Trey Lance is a big boy, and they thought he was more athletic than he actually was, and
well, he didn't really play that much. He played like 1 season. That was it for college football.
He did, but they thought in Kyle Shanahan's system.
6'4". He's 6'4".
Big boy. They thought in Kyle Shanahan's system, Trey Lance was going to flourish because if you look back to the quarterbacks that Kyle Shanahan has had in his system, Matt Ryan did awesome. what's it called? The guy from the Houston Texans way back when. I forgot his name.
Houston Texans.
Houston Texans way back when.
Oh, Schwab.
Yes,
Schwab?
yes, yes.
Matt Schaub.
Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub
Yep.
had great seasons over there
Yep.
with the Houston Texans. Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, what's it called? RG3. They all flourished under Kyle Shanahan's systems. So they just figured Trey Lance, you will definitely flourish in the system, and he didn't. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, came in and shined, and he's got the starting quarterback spot. What other teams are there doing more evaluations? You got Buffalo Bills are looking for their number 2 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Barkley and Kyle Allen are stinking it up. They're not doing too well. Miami, I'm telling you, man, Miami could win this whole division.
If Tua stays healthy, Buffalo's in trouble.
If Tua stays healthy, indeed, Buffalo's in trouble.
Actually, if Tua stays healthy, the NFL's in trouble.
No, they're not.
I think the Dolphins are very good. The Dolphins are very good. And now, look, I mean, obviously, I like to see Buffalo win it, but the Dolphins are they have a lot of pieces going. But what's the news on Tyreek Hill? Isn't he in trouble right now?
No, not to the best of my knowledge. It kind of fizzled out.
Okay.
The punch and paid the person $200. That kind of fizzled out. It's not like in the news cycle now. I don't know what they're doing about it.
Okay.
So Tyreek Hill may be okay. And even if he's not okay, they suspended him the first couple of games.
Oh, that's it?
That might be it. He punched somebody.
Who did he punch?
Somebody. A random person that pissed him off, he punched him.
Oh.
And it's like, here's $200. But,
mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of the Dolphins. I don't know why. But I just feel heavy in my heart that the Bills, with all this noise that went on this offseason, all this noise, the Bills could get their bell rung this year.
They're gonna get their bell rung. I'm not. And they're not winning anything right now. I mean, granted, last year was a lot of hype. I just kept saying, everybody, just stay healthy. That's all you need to do. Just talk to me later when they're healthy. It's like, oh, you see Josh Allen? He threw for 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns. It's fine. It's week 5. Get back to me like week 17. It's like I become the biggest pessimist when it comes to like the Bills right now. Like, it's just ever since that Kansas City Chiefs game when they scored that touchdown and then the Chiefs get into field goal range within 3 straight completions. Oh, this is bullshit. Sorry. Anyway,
it's okay. They were playing prevent defense.
So why? For what? Anyway, so
because you don't want to get the penalties, Andrew.
Anyways,
they didn't want to get the penalties, but they gave up big plays.
The dumbest thing ever.
So it's counterproductive, counterintuitive.
Yeah, it's
you don't want to give up the big plays. You play prevent. You give up big plays. You want to keep them inside to run the clock out. Great.
13 seconds.
That didn't work out too well for you.
13 seconds. That's what I'm saying. Like you hype up the Bills all you want. I mean, everybody likes to hype the Bills up in this area. That's fine. Hey, it's cool. I used to be like you. I'm not like you anymore. Let's just wait. Let's wait and see what happens.
So you got the Jets also super hyped this offseason.
They'll lose.
Super hyped. Aaron Rodgers is talking about, hey, I don't know what's going on. That's why we're still in that's why there's still competition and training camp. So the offensive line's not looking too good, and maybe the Green Bay Packers may trade him, David Bakhtiari. But how many plays is it going to take? You guys, the Jets seem to be in the mode of win now. And
yeah, they better be.
How much are they going to sell? How much of their future are they willing to sell to win now and then stink for the next 20 years?
Oh, they've been stinking for the past 50 years, so they might as well just win now and throw it all in.
Makes sense then. Go for it while you have the quarterback and you have the receivers and you have the cornerbacks.
As Tony Kornheiser always says, the Jets have one highlight. Joe Namath doing this at the Orange Bowl. He's right. And they, the Jets could use something. And if Aaron Rodgers somehow can win a Super Bowl with the Jets franchise, that would be that would catapult Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's already, as everybody knows, a Hall of Fame quarterback.
They build a statue outside of New Jersey for him.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The guy comes there and he wins. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Look, it's different. Like, it's like Tom Brady winning in Tampa. That's great. It was a fun story. To win in New York City that's just a big deal. Because nobody wins in New York City.
It's legendary.
Yeah, only the Yankees really are. the Giants. I mean, I would say really it. I mean, other than that, most all the other teams suck, and they have like what 10 teams.
There's a lot of teams in New
Are
York.
garbage.
I
Most of them are all garbage. You can't name them all.
No, I can't.
Really, Giants, Jets, Islanders, Devils, Rangers. Basketball's the Nets and the Knicks. What are they missing?
Basketball's the Knicks.
Yeah, and baseball, the
Baseball,
Yankees and Nets. Yankees and Mets. How many teams did I just name? I don't even remember. I was just keeping track.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
And they got
even not
2 soccer teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
New York FC and the Red Bull.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a lot.
We got a lot of teams.
Jesus.
And nobody wins.
That is true. Nobody wins.
Yeah.
But that's all right. You know what we're in for. It's a big city.
They still got good pizza, and I guess that's all that matters. It's like Buffalo. It's like they don't win, but they got good wings and good.
No, they don't win big. They do win.
Well, New York wins. They don't win big then. And the Mets were just in the World Series.
They didn't win. They don't win big, but Correct. They do win.
They're like Buffalo. We don't win big either, but we have good food and beer.
I guess that's all you need.
That's the trade-off, right?
Have a good party. If you can't win, have a good party.
That's right.
And at least Buffalo's not in the club of their own 16 teams.
Only the Lions and the Browns, right?
There you go.
That's it.
2 teams.
Crazy.
So we're going to keep up with the trend in football. We got Michael Orr.
Yes.
There's 2 stories going around.
Crazy.
Number 1, he knew about the conservatorship, and number 2, I didn't know. They made me do it. I didn't understand what was really happening. Which is it, Michael Orr? Which is it? You didn't know or you did know? Because you were old enough to goddamn it have a clue.
Right.
So basically, long story short, Michael Orr says that he didn't know that the Tuohys, the family that took him in from the movie The Blind Side, also in real life, they took him in. The family took him in to take advantage of him and take advantage of his name and potential, NFL prowess that he was going to have. And, he didn't know. He thought, he's part of the family. But then there's stories coming out that in 2011, Michael Orr knew. Michael Orr just was, trying to drag it along. And all of a sudden, 2023 is like, yo, I'm suing you guys because you guys are benefiting off my name. Did you know, Michael, or didn't you know? Which is it? We want to know. Because that's a very, if you didn't know, great. But if you did know, that's one of the reasons why they probably had a conservatorship over you, because you didn't know how to properly handle yourself. You didn't know how to properly handle your own affairs. That's probably why. Because if you didn't know, great. Nobody's gonna take advantage. If you didn't know, nobody's gonna mess with you in that manner. But if you did know, and you let them take advantage of you, what were you hoping to gain? I don't know. But he's saying the family got some money, got some back end money from the movie The Blind Side. The family is benefiting off of his name and likeness and different deals and whatnot, whether it's football related, doing speeches, just anything that could bring in income. So, Michael, speak to us, the people. We want to know. Mm-hmm. Did you know or didn't you know? And if you didn't know, God bless you. But if you did know, stop the cap. Go back, sit in your house, enjoy your NFL millions, go use your name, and do what you got to do. And if they use your name, God bless you.
He always hated that movie, apparently. I remember when that movie came out, he said that, they made it sound like I didn't know how to play football.
No.
He didn't like that movie.
He said he
didn't like the story.
No, he hated the movie because they made him come across a lot more dumb than he actually was, that he thought he was.
It makes sense.
Because they're like, this is this big oaf, and he looked like he may be mentally challenged, and let's bring him in.
It makes me think of Steve Harvey. It always makes me think of Steve Harvey, this line he did during one of his comedy shows, where he says, white people, always ready to jump on some bullshit. It's like you just can't tell his story about Michael Orr. It's like you have to make him look dumb, like he's really overcoming some sort of like all these disabilities and stuff like that to become this NFL star. Those doggone producers, just.
Well, it was gonna
Make the movie the way the story is just as fine the way it is.
No, you wanted to sell it and you wanted.
Hey, look, I swear, everybody's life is an Oscar-winning award. I swear it is. Just get some good editing, good music. You don't have to change anything about your life. It would be, you would win an Oscar. There's literally no reason. That's why I never understand. Like people go, "Oh, this movie's so different from the book." Why? Make it exactly like it is in the book. People like the book. Make the story the way it is the book. Stop changing shit.
No, there's certain things you could do in a book that you can't do in a movie.
And we got a fly finder. I'm gonna get my Windex out and spray that.
No, don't spray Windex here. We don't want to destroy my laptop. I haven't gotten a new one, and I don't plan on getting a new one. My laptop is the reason why we're able to have the show. Right. It all started with a laptop, baby. If you're out there and you want to do a podcast, it all starts with a laptop and a microphone. So
2 turntables and a microphone. Where it's at.
No rap music here.
No, it's a Beck. It's not technically a rap song, but
Beck.
Beck. It's called Where It's At.
Okay.
We got 2 turntables and a microphone.
I know who he is.
Okay, good. Yeah, you even know who he is. That's perfect.
Yeah, no, Beck's goofy though. He's a very goofy Caucasian male. He's your typical looking Caucasian male from high school.
Actually, that's a pretty good point. But he makes good music though.
He makes. But on to the next topic.
Cold Brains. Cold Brains is my favorite song by Beck. Great song. Anyway.
I never heard a song from Beck that hadn't been played on the radio.
Okay.
So I didn't go looking for it. And I wouldn't bump it really in my car unless it happens to come on.
Okay.
I'm not a hater of Beck. Congratulations, Beck. But so Michael Orr has something in common with that girl named Britney Spears.
He does?
Yeah. Britney Spears was under conservatorship as well.
That's right. Poor thing. Free Britney.
No, not free Britney. Britney's nuts. Britney just got divorced again from her husband.
Oh, she did really?
Her husband's divorcing her.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Is that her third?
Something
like that. Oh, I didn't know that. They're getting divorced,
Here's the thing. At age 16, I had the biggest crush on Britney Spears.
I think everybody at age 16 had a crush on Britney Spears.
No, she was 16. I was like 13.
No, she was 18 when she came on the scene, right?
No, she was 16.
When she came up, no.
Yes.
I'm looking it up right now.
Look it up.
I think she was born 1981, the same year as I was.
Okay.
She's 41.
Okay.
Baby One More Time came out in 1999, so she was 17. Right?
16, 17, whenever her birthday was. When that song came out, she was 16 or 17. There you go.
Yeah. 17, 18, yeah, okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Stop disturbing me.
Yeah, go ahead.
So Britney Spears is losing her mind. She's out here running around doing dances, barely clothed. She's lost her mind.
Yeah, fame will do that to you, man.
Young, not fame. Early fame will do that to you.
Yes, early fame.
Early fame. Mm-hmm. It's just like the kids in high school that went out partying at age 13. Not even high school. Middle schoolers in 8th grade that went out partying from age 13 all the way up to age 19, 18.
Yep.
And they became adults and they were screwed up.
Yes.
So if you have your kids out there, they're not missing out on much. Get them involved in sports. Get them doing sports-related things and keep them on the streets. Yep. So that way, when they get to be in the appropriate age, they can appropriately enjoy maturely as they should. Not, unfortunately, not before your time, basically. Britney Spears is getting divorced, and she had a conservatorship.
I hope she has there's a prenup. This guy's not getting anything out of it.
No, that's pretty recent. They just really got married. They got married not too long ago.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think he's getting anything.
Okay, good. That's her money.
I don't think he married her for her money as well. I may be wrong, though. Maybe he married her for her fame, her platform. Hey. But she is nuts now.
Prove it. Just don't take any of her money.
She's nuts now, which is so sad.
She's very sweet. I remember when she came on the scene. She's just really cool. Fame will do that to you. Fame's a bitch.
Early fame at a young age where everybody does what you want when you want and no questions asked.
No questions
all
asked.
You have around you are yes people.
Yep.
Because
they want to get paid.
You're the pretty face.
Yep.
You're the cash cow.
Yep.
You're doing everything basically because of you is why they're eating. Mm-hmm. So everybody gets to say yes to you. Don't let that be your kid. Don't let that be your brother or sister. Give them the opportunity to enjoy life, age appropriate. Enjoy life at the age appropriately meant for you to enjoy it.
Well said.
So, but
Damn
Michael Oher and Britney
fly.
Spears, they both have a conservatorship, and Britney Spears recently got out of hers, and
Finally?
Michael Oher is trying to get out of his. The two are going to sign the papers to give Michael Oher his freedom in that aspect.
Why did it take that long? Was that movie released in like 2005?
No, that movie was released in 2005, The Blind Side, maybe 2009, 2010.
Was it?
Uh,
So 11 years later, they're still working this crap out. Why couldn't they just handle this stuff like way back? Why is this all coming out now?
Because every now and then that's how things go. Remember, Bill Cosby was out there, taking down women way back then.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, Bill Cosby's still alive.
Is he really?
Yes.
Okay. Did he get released?
Yes, he did.
He did?
On a technicality.
Oh.
He's been off for a while. Andrew, you're living in a bubble, my friend.
I give a rip about what's going on in the Bill Cosby's world.
No.
It's just a quick question. Like, I'm not living in a bubble. You're not living in a bubble if you don't know what's going on with Bill Cosby.
You are living in a bubble.
Hey, I know that Spain just won the Women's World Cup. I'm not living. I know that Inter Miami just won the Leagues Cup.
These are things you're interested in.
So the things that I'm not interested in, I'm living in a bubble.
Yes, you are. You should be well versed. I know that Spain won the World Cup, and I also know that Bill Cosby is alive and he's out of jail.
All right.
It's not the end of the world. It's just, hey, you got to know these things.
Okay, go ahead.
For you to have. But on to another popular woman celebrity. Her name is Bobbi Altoff.
Mm-hmm.
Bobbi came out of nowhere. Bobbi with an I. Have you heard of Bobbi?
Do I live in a bubble if I say no?
Yes, you do. If you say no.
I guess I'm living in a bubble.
Okay. Because Bobbi's the hottest thing going on in the podcast world, which we are part of. Bobbi recently interviewed Mark Cuban, Tyga, Drake, Lil Yachty.
Okay.
Her podcast came out in left field and just went kabloom like an atomic bomb. Please don't come for me, like an atomic bomb in Hiroshima. You don't get that. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Okay, don't come for me. But that's how Bobbi went off, right? Bobbi is apparently I found out Bobbi was represented by William Morrison and Associates, who also represents Drake. So that's how come she was able to get all these big interviews. And people are saying she's a plant, and it probably all makes sense that she's a plant because they wanted her to succeed. Her shtick is dry humor.
Oh.
And like she could interview you or me and just like be totally off-putting and dry.
Uh-huh.
And people just love that. One of the first guests she had on was Funny Marco. Supposedly their story was Drake saw Funny Marco and he liked her interview, and then supposedly Bobbi sent a message to Drake and Drake supposedly responded. And that's how come Drake happened to end up on her show. But truth be told, they lied to us.
You did.
Yes, because they're both represented by the same agency. That's how come Drake ended up. Because there's a billion girls that head up Drake all the time. There's a billion that tag Drake all the time. Some of them never get the attention, but Bobbi got the attention.
Okay.
She's the one special chick.
Okay.
That could get Drake's attention.
And the one special, that's it?
That's what it seems like to at least come on a podcast because Drake doesn't do interviews like that, man.
Okay.
And if he did, it'd be great. He could have been on Drink Champs. Shouts out Drink Champs. Nori, what's up, man?
Hey, Nori, what's up? That's up, Miami.
Shouts out to Miami. Yo, Nori, what's up, man? The outside, you feel me?
That's a good show. I just watched one, not just watched it, but I saw the one a while back with Trina on it, and that was great.
That's old.
I don't care. I go back to my Trina stuff all the time, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I was watching it again. It's good.
That's old. The most recent interview that they did was the one that I paid attention to was Tony Ayo.
Tony Ayo, okay.
Tony Ayo.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 4 hours long.
4 hours? Was it really? That's a lot of booze. They were drinking for 4 hours?
Andrew, the shows are edited, so they probably do shows for 4 or 5 hours, and they cut them all up. And that's probably true. One episode that they didn't cut up.
Right.
They're like, let's go. It's so raw, we got to put it out there. But Bobbi Altoff, according to DJ Academics, is a plant in the industry, and all
Mm-hmm.
due to William Morrison and Associates, who basically have, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they represent a whole lot of artists, a whole lot of different entertainers, and they wanted to push their platform because they didn't do podcasting before, but now they do. And her show doesn't have any glitzy glamour thing like you were talking about earlier.
You mean like ours?
You're talking about we're a sports show, but we don't have sports things in the background.
I have a ton of it. That's the problem. I have totes of banners and all that kind. And we got a nice little picture of Central Park in the background.
We don't need it to be too busy.
Beautiful.
We don't want it to take
classy.
away. We don't want it to take away.
Classy.
We don't want it to take away from the material.
All you need to focus right now is the Inter Miami jerseys. Those are the nicest.
Inter Miami, Amadou the Great. This face.
What else could you want?
This smile. That face.
Boy, that's face.
So we're out here, man.
Get that Sierra Leone silk going on over there, right?
We tried. Right, so the reason why we couldn't do the show the other day was because I went to Darien Lake. It was a good time.
Dude, I haven't been to Darien Lake in forever. How was it? Nice?
It was cool.
Did you ride some rides?
I'm pussy.
Really? You didn't do any rides?
No, I did rides, but I didn't do any roller coasters.
What rides did you do then?
I did like the swing that you go around and it goes all the way up really high.
What about the
did some go-karts.
No water slides?
No.
Really?
Didn't do anything exciting.
God, that's so boring. Why would you go to Darien Lake then if you're not going to do anything fun?
We weren't prepared.
You make a trip to go to Darien Lake, you get prepared.
No. We weren't prepared because, like you, the last time I went to Darien Lake was so long ago, 2009, 2010.
Okay.
So long ago. So I wasn't prepared. You got to be prepared. So that's basically it. It was a good time, though. The kids enjoyed. The mamas enjoyed. Everybody had a good time. We had some good food, but that's it.
All right.
So, guys, please, today's episode is sponsored by 19 Strings for the Heart.
Yes.
Check it out on Amazon.
Yes.
Today's episode also sponsored by Final Cuts Media.
Yes.
Find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Share the videos. Don't be shy. We have great content, great banter. Go get it, put it out in the world. Also, shout out to Young Shark, Mr. Press, Final Cuts Media artists. They're out there making music. Final Cuts to the world, Young Shark to the world, Mr. Press to the world, the Rain, the Reaper to the world, El Cash, D2, everybody to the world, baby. Let's take over the world. We got great music coming out. We got a song by Young Shark featuring Mahmoud. It's called Why. It's coming out. Once it drops, you guys won't believe what you've heard. It's fire. It's a dancehall. It has a dancehall feel to it. The song is coming. But
send them the link on the Facebook.
The link will be in the bio on YouTube.
There you go.
I'll share the link with you guys
once
the video comes out.
Perfect.
Once the song is posted. So keep your minds open, keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. And for Fan Faces, I'm Amadou.
I'm Andrew. He is the great.
I am the great. The greatest.
Oh, 10:09. All right.